This might be my last video for the evening. We'll see. I'm tired, so I'll probably finish up the rest tomorrow morning. But I wanted to continue with it tonight. Here's some new people that just gave me a mention this morning that I very deeply appreciate. Pretty much all the people from here on out are people that I think are genuinely cool guys and girls. They're people who I'm not going to say, I guess, are established in any kind of film community or anything like that. But they're people that whose opinion I respect. Respect them. So the fact that I would get a mention is pretty great. So I'm gonna kick it off with Mr. Jaye of Many Hats. This is a guy who is a ridiculously avid film watcher. Pretty much will watch anything you put in front of his face, whether it's absolute garbage or a masterpiece. I think in his words, it kind of makes the masterpieces seem that much more rare and awesome when you see the absolute amount of garbage that gets put out in theaters and through home video releases. So kind of like sorting through the whole diamond in the rough thing. It really makes you appreciate a movie like Old Boy 10,000 times more when you actually have watched 10,000 pieces of crap and realize how rare it is to make a truly great film. So that alone should be something worth noting about Jay. But he also is the co-host, maybe founder, I don't really know that much, of the podcast Zombie vs. Shark. So if you are in the know, you know exactly where that reference comes from. If you do A+, well, I guess maybe B+, it's not really a deep reference. It's still a pretty awesome reference. But if you know what that is, you're obviously going to dig the podcast very much. So in honor of him, his Criterion title, not really sure why I chose this per se. It just seems appropriate. Maybe because of the whole hat thing, and maybe just because I think this guy, I think on the street, is just probably the coolest guy in any room that he sits down in. So we're going to give him Le Samurai by Jean-Pierre Melville. That is a heck of a hat right there. It's an awesome hat, is what that is. So, like I said, I just think if this dude just walks into a restaurant, I mean, he's immediately the coolest guy in the restaurant. I think that's just how it is. So I sincerely appreciate the follow this morning. Yes, I do use the word rad. I use it several times a week. So I appreciate you picking up on that. So thanks again for the follow. I appreciate it. I will definitely keep tooting your horn, Mr. J. I don't know your last name, so we're going to go with that. Thank you again. It's much appreciated. Hope you feel better, because I know you're kind of sick today. And I will be seeing you back on the Twitter soon enough.